Hi, I'm Nicholas Cepeda.
Hi, I'm Paul De La Cruz.
Isaiah Garcia.
And I'm Vanessa Guzman.
And this is our final project hardware. So for our first part of final project hardware, we will be testing software 4. Software 4 has two main subroutines, one that divides by 3 and one that divides by 2. Here we have our test cases, and Paul will take it over.
Yeah, so which subroutine is done is determined by the data value in the switches. As part of hardware 7, one of our modifications is that this data segment value is going to be determined by the switch's input. This LED 16 is going to be our status LED. It will turn on to signify a delay, turn off, then turn back on again to show that we're ready for the next switch's input. So starting with test case 1, we have a data value of 1. So there we go, first switch's input, second switch's input. Now we should see 0 on the second 7-segment display and all LEDs off. That's right. So moving on to test case 2. Now we need a 4. I messed that up. All right, so starting again. We need 4. And then we get 4 divided by 3. That's an output of 1 with a remainder of 1. That's correct. So moving on to last test case. Input of 1. All switches on. We should get 5, 5, 5, 5. That's right. And all LEDs off. Moving on to subroutine 2. So a data value of 0. We should get 0 divided by 0, which will give us an error on the 7-segment display, which we have chosen as all Fs in hex. That's correct. Moving on to test case 2. So 5 divided by 2. So we can give it 0, then 5, then 2. We should get 2 with a remainder of 1. And then our last test case, all Fs divided by 800 in hex. So starting that, input, and input. Okay. And so we should get 1 on the output and then all but the last LED lit. Disclaimer, this middle button is the reset. Alright, so this is hardware 7 testing the test all mem file. So let's give it a reset. And so this should cycle from 0 to 24 and then loop back to 0 on the 7-segment display, signifying that we passed all test cases, and at no point should it read all Fs in hex. We have switch 2 on to delay all the tests such that we can actually make sense of what's going on, otherwise the instructions would occur too fast for us to process. And as we get to the end, we should see it loop back to 0, and it does. We did not see all Fs at any point, so it passed the test.